Football isn't just about goals, trophies, and highlight reels. Behind the scenes, the game is filled with rivalries, betrayals, and controversies that sometimes matter more than what happens on the pitch. And some of these stories are so personal, so shocking, that fans still can't stop talking about them. From Zlatan Ibrahimovic taking aim at Cristiano Ronaldo, to Kevin De Bruyne's shocking betrayal by a best friend, to the unforgettable clashes of Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira, and the scandal that forever changed Luis Suarez's reputation. These are the rivalries and scandals that show football is about much more than 90 minutes. Zlatan versus Ronaldo. It all started back in 2014. Sweden and Portugal were facing off in the World Cup playoffs. Only one team could go through. But before the players even touched the pitch, the mind games had already begun. Zlatan Ibrahimovic was asked the classic question, Messi or Ronaldo? And Zlatan, never one to hold back, smirked and answered, Messi.
Messi or Ronaldo? Messi.
That was all it took. Cristiano Ronaldo heard the comment, and if there's one thing you don't do before a decisive match, it's poke his ego. On the pitch, Ronaldo went into full beast mode. He scored, celebrated right in Zlatan's face, and made it clear that the Swedish giant wasn't going to overshadow him. But Zlatan wasn't going down quietly. He scored a towering header, then smashed in a free kick. Suddenly, the tie was on fire. And that's when Ronaldo did what Ronaldo does best, stepped up in the biggest moment. Within 5 minutes, he scored not once, not twice, but 3 times. A devastating hat-trick that ended Zlatan's World Cup dream and sent Portugal through.
Oh, it's Ronaldo who can break again. And can he kill the Swedish dream? He has done, surely. Once more, it's 2 goals they need. But it's a chance for Ronaldo again. Hat-trick!
But Zlatan being Zlatan, he didn't let the rivalry die there. At the Ballon d'Or gala, he took little digs at Ronaldo, saying he'd be the top scorer just like me. And even in retirement, Zlatan couldn't resist throwing shade. In a 2023 interview, when asked about Ronaldo's legendary bicycle kick goal, Zlatan rushed it off saying, "I was being sarcastic, mine was better." That's Zlatan for you. For him, rivalries don't end on the pitch. They live forever. But not all rivalries are born from football. Some come from something far more personal, betrayal. Kevin De Bruyne was once married to Caroline Lehnen, and while he was with her, his best friend at the time was none other than goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois. What happened next sounds like a soap opera. Reports claim Caroline and Courtois got a little too close while she was still with Kevin. She later went public saying, "Courtois gave me more in one night than Kevin did in 3 years." The quote went viral, humiliating De Bruyne on a global stage. But the twist? Kevin wasn't exactly innocent either. It turns out he had been seeing Caroline's best friend behind her back. A love triangle gone completely wrong. For years, the drama simmered. But in 2023, the football gods gave De Bruyne the perfect chance for revenge. In the Champions League semi-finals, his Manchester City faced Courtois and Real Madrid, and Kevin delivered. He scored a thunderbolt goal that knocked Madrid out and helped City cruise to a 5-1 aggregate win. On the biggest stage, De Bruyne got his payback, and fans couldn't help but feel the personal weight behind that victory. If De Bruyne and Courtois showed us betrayal, then Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira showed us hate in its rawest form. Back in the late 1990s and early 2000s, Manchester United and Arsenal were the two dominant forces in English football. Every match between them felt like war, and at the heart of it were their captains, Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira. Keane was known for his fiery temper and reckless tackles. He once ended Alf Inge Haaland's career with a brutal challenge. Vieira, meanwhile, was Arsenal's enforcer, physical, commanding, and never afraid to go head-to-head. The tension exploded in 2004 when Arsenal went unbeaten for 49 league games. The famous Invincibles. United ended that streak in controversial fashion, sparking outrage among Arsenal fans. The next season, things reached boiling point. In the Highbury Tunnel E4 kickoff, cameras caught the two captains clashing, shouting, and nearly coming to blows. Keane famously stormed toward Vieira, daring him to fight before the game had even started. When the whistle blew, it was chaos. Tackles flying in, tempers raging. United ended up winning 4-2, with a young Cristiano Ronaldo scoring twice. In their head-to-head battles, Keane just edged it, 4 wins to Vieira's 3. This wasn't just rivalry, this was war. But some rivalries go beyond football and touch on issues far more serious. October 2011, Manchester United versus Liverpool. Patrice Evra was marking Luis Suarez when the Uruguayan muttered something that would ignite one of the Premier League's biggest scandals. Evra immediately told the referee, "He called me the N-word." The officials brushed it off in the moment, but the Football Association launched an investigation. The result? Suarez was found guilty of racially abusing Evra, banned for 8 matches, and fined 40,000. But instead of apologizing, Suarez doubled down, insisting he had done nothing wrong. Liverpool even defended him at first. Players wore t-shirts supporting Suarez, including Jamie Carragher, who years later admitted it was a massive mistake. Evra's life became hell. He received threats, had 24/7 security, and was even followed in his car. Yet through it all, he stood firm. His moment of revenge came when United beat Liverpool, and Evra celebrated right in front of Suarez, a photo that still circulates online today. The incident stained Suarez's reputation forever, and it remains one of the darkest moments in Premier League history. And then there's Zlatan again, because if there's one player who defines drama, it's him. In 2006, Zlatan clashed with Marco Materazzi in a Juventus versus Inter Milan match. Materazzi fouled him hard, and Zlatan never forgot. For years, he waited for payback. Fast forward to 2010, and the chance finally came. Playing for AC Milan against Inter, Zlatan unleashed his revenge. A flying kung fu kick straight to Materazzi, followed by an elbow. Materazzi had to be hospitalized. When reporters asked why he did it, Zlatan's answer was pure Zlatan. "I'd been waiting for that moment for 4 years." That's the kind of grudge only Zlatan could hold.